Hey there everybody, welcome back to the Maniac. Today we're going to be doing a manicure from Sparkle & Co.'s February subscription bag. So the February colors are meant for the March holidays. We've got a great Mardi Gras mani for you, and then next week we're going to work on those St. Patrick's Day colors. So here it is. This is Mardi Gras, our sparkle color. Bead and Boozy is that beautiful purple, gives us a great Mardi Gras look in a vertical ombre. Check that out. Come on, I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so what I have done already is our solid colors. So since we're going to do a vertical ombre, we're going to transition the colors across this way. So we're going to do Mardi Gras on this side and Bead and Boozy on this side, and then Bead and Boozy and Mardi Gras. So that's the plan. Now I've got my little fluffy brushes. These are just my same e.l.f. brushes I got for $3 at Target, but they're nice and fluffy, so they'll hold the dip as I try and do the ombre. So I've got my pH prep down and my clear, which I always put under, and then we'll put it over again as well. So as always, we're just gonna go nice thin coat all the way around, and you want to get right up to the cuticle on the side wall, but not all over it. Don't want a bunch pooled in there. So since this is an ombre with two colors, we're going to do one color and then the other, and the next time we'll do them opposite. So I'm going to try and work fairly quickly here so that my glossy doesn't, or my base coat doesn't dry. Okay, do the other side. This is hard because I am right-handed. All right, so we'll see how that went. So you can see we've got the vertical going on here. The next time we're going to do them backwards. We're just going to give that just a minute to set. These chunky glitters I always try and pat down so that the glitter lays flat. We're going to give it just a brush. And now we're going to go the other way. So I'm going to put another layer of our base on. And again, I don't want to get too close to the cuticle. And you see I'm wiping my brush before I put it back in there to grab more, because this chunky glitter gets everywhere. All right, and I don't want it to be all in my... And I'm just using a cupcake liner here to try and catch that as much as I can so it doesn't go everywhere. Okay, and Mardi Gras. Okay, and you see I'm holding my finger when I'm tapping on the powder, holding my finger in the direction I want it to fall. So I was twisting my finger this way when I'm doing the Bead and Boozy because I want it to fall from this top side down. All right, just real quickly gonna use my cuticle pusher, go around the edge. This one's fine, but these chunky glitters sometimes can kind of stick out. So I just want to make sure and get nice clean lines. I do it for pretty much everything now, but all right. So we're going to do our last top coat. Give this just a quick little very light brush. Now this is an ombre, so it's not going to be an exact straight line. If you want to do vertical and just a straight line, you can definitely do that. You're not going to tap it, obviously. You're going to have to actually dip it. So I thought the ombre would be kind of fun because it's, you know, here, there, everywhere. It's a little loosey-goosey. Perfect for Mardi Gras, right? So we're going to go ahead and put that into our clear. And again, like I always say, the clear dip over top just is going to protect the color and especially that glitter when we do the e-file. If you go to e-file over top and don't put anything between the glitter, you're going to either scratch it or it's just going to get filed right off. So we're trying to prevent that from happening. So all right, so we're going on to our next, and again, this is going to be the opposite sides of what we just did, because we're going to put the Bead and Boozy on the other side closest to our other Bead and Boozy. And Mardi Gras. I said Mardi Gras earlier, didn't I? I meant Mardi Gras, but you know. Okay, so it's the party. Bead and Boozy. There we go. See? And then we're going to tilt your finger back this way as we dust on that Mardi Gras. Because we really want the coverage on this one side, right? So that gives us a nice cross. Just give this a little tap. And then I'm just going to real quickly go around because I've got quite a bit touching my skin, which is fine. You just take this orange wood stick or cuticle pusher, whatever you've got, and just make that line there. So perfect. All right, so there we go. We're gonna do one more round and we're gonna do the Mardi Gras first, then the Bead and Boozy. We'll just give that a really light dust off to just get any excess. Then we're gonna go back in with our base. And you wanna work fairly quickly. You do have a little bit of time, but you don't wanna let the base coat dry, because if it does dry, then nothing is gonna stick to it, okay? Again, wiping that brush to get the glitter off so I don't have a ton of glitter in my glossy, or my base coat. Okay, so second coat there, and we're gonna go back for our Bead and Boozy. Okay, that a tap. There we go. All right. So again, last but not least, we're going to go ahead and do a clear coat over top to protect that color and to keep that glitter from getting scratched. And again, you want to keep the coats fairly thin if you can. Pull it all the way off there, because you don't want to have huge chunks. And again, we're just going to go in and clean this up just a tiny bit there in that clear dip. Okay. It's cool. I kind of like it. I wasn't sure how I was feeling about these colors, but they're kind of growing on me. I like the purple. It's different than something I probably would have chosen for myself, but that's what I love about the Sparkle & Co. subscription bag, is I've never had a color that I didn't like. And sometimes you do. I mean, there are people who sometimes don't love all the colors, but I honestly have not. I've been surprised. It's nice because, you know, I would order all the same kinds of colors for myself over and over. This way, I get to try stuff that I probably wouldn't normally have tried. All right. So, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and e-file here. I'm gonna try and keep my hand in the light here so you can see. We did one coat of Solidify, and that's gonna harden the dip for us. so that we can e-file it, buff it, and get it nice and smooth. And we're going around these edges. We want to get them nice and smoothed out so that there's no hard edges. Okay, here we are. So we've got those done. All right, so our last step, which I've already done up to of all these three, is our solidify. So we've dusted off the excess. We're gonna put that second coat of solidify on here to harden it up real good for us. And then we'll go in with our glossy coat. Okay, I'm gonna give that just a quick minute because we don't want it to get too contaminated in the glossy coat. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go glossy coat 1. Wow, look at how sparkly that is. Wowza. I mean, that's pretty incredible. Love all the blue. I think what I was hesitating about before was the yellow. I'm not a huge yellow person. And I'm like silver over gold usually when I'm, you know, with jewelry and things like that. And even with, back in December, we got the Champagne Fierce for the New Year's colors, which is the most beautiful gold I've ever seen. And I was like, okay, I will wear that. But generally speaking, I just prefer silver over gold. So I didn't know how I was feeling about the yellow in the jar, but gosh, that's pretty. Look at how beautiful it is. See, you get that glossy on there, and look at how shiny. Almost skipped this Bead and Boozy. Okay, look at how pretty that is. Look at that sparkle. So beautiful. I actually really like it. Yay. All right, the last thing I'm gonna do is, just because I'm blinging, I'm gonna put one of these little decals on this nail here. I think this one on this. So the way we're gonna do that is we are going to, I know this is like blasphemous because I just did this. I'm gonna rough this up because I'm gonna use Sparkle & Co. Gel base and gel top, which is a no wipe top coat. I am gonna use those to put this decal on. So gel tends to peel off if it's on something that's not roughed up a little bit. So, and I'm not going to do a ton because I don't want to ruin the, you know, how the shape or anything, but I'm just going to kind of give it just a little, just try and get that like shiny part off, most of it. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to brush that off, and I'm hoping this is not going to mess up the color, which it shouldn't. Once we get the glossy back on, it should be okay. So we are going to start with a fully cured coat of gel base. Yeah, see, that wipes it right off. Doesn't mess with our color at all. Hooray! And I don't use a whole lot of gel polish or anything like that, but it does come in handy for some things, so. so that is fully cured, base coat there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a gel top, but we're not gonna cure it all the way. So I'm gonna put it in there for like 10 or 15 seconds, and that'll leave it just a little bit tacky. I don't wanna put it on when it's like wet. You know, I mean, I suppose you could when it's wet and stick it on there. We're just gonna cure this for like 10 seconds. Okay, and I'm just gonna use, isn't this the cutest little manicure case, Sparkle & Co? Isn't it cute? Look at how cute it has their little name. So I'm just gonna grab my tweezers from in here and use those to grab this decal. So luckily, all of my nails are completely dry except this one I'm working with. So try and get this centered. Hopefully we'll be able to place it perfectly. Okay, there it is. Going down, and since this gel is still a little bit wet, it's gonna stick right to it. So I just want to make sure, without touching the actual gel, I'm just tapping on the decal just to make sure. And then we're going to finish curing it for the rest of the time, which we did about 10 seconds, so I'll just probably let it go because it's a minute. Okay, so there we go. So we are done. Beaded and boozied and Mardi Gras. Ready for some Mardi Gras fun. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching our fantastic Mardi Gras mani today. If you are interested in Sparkle & Co.'s subscription bag, don't forget they have a fantastic referral program where you can earn referral credits by putting my name or whoever referred you to Sparkle & Co. in the notes section. When you place your first order, you can get a $9 credit, as will I for that. Additionally, if you're signing up for the subscription bag that I love, by the way, if you haven't seen my subscription unboxing videos for the last few months, check them out. I put them on the card up top there for you. You can check those out. Fabulous colors. Christy gives us the greatest bags. It's just so much fun to get every month. And if you sign up for a subscription bag and put my name in the notes section when you do, you and I will each receive an $18 credit. So that's a potential $27 in credits for Sparkle & Co. If you buy the subscription bag, you're gonna wanna place your first order at or near the same time because you're gonna need those dip liquids to use the powders in the bag. And if you have any questions about what's included in those, head on down to the show notes. I've put everything in there for you. If you have any questions, comments, please go ahead and put those down. If there's something you want me to show you how to do, like today's vertical ombre was a great suggestion by a viewer. So please hit me up down in the comments. Make sure that you share this video with people who love to do their manis. And most of all, subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming content. Thanks so much for joining us today. We'll see you next time on the Mani Maniac.